Hi Matteo Turi. If you're a founder, here is a hard truth. Do you know that 92% of entrepreneurs never break past the valuation of $5 million? It's not because they do not work hard. It's not because they are not smart, but it's because they change the wrong goals. You've been told a lie. You've been told that revenue is equal valuation. But if you keep following that lie, investors will keep ignoring you. Now think about this. Think about Amazon. Amazon, for 14 years, they've been losing money. Guess what happened? Investors kept putting money into the business. What about Uber? Uber was bleeding cash and it was still valued at $80 billion. Think about this example. Think about Disney as well. Disney makes more money from Mickey Mouse than from movies. So this really explains clearly the lie that revenue is not equal valuation. So investors, what really buy from entrepreneurs is not revenue. They buy transferable value. And it's this transferable value that is part of the framework which we're going to talk about today. This framework is called the High Valuation Triangle. But before I give you the details, let me tell you about one experience I had. Back in 2001, I was advising a very fast growing tech companies, and the founder thought he had built a $50 million business. There was no reason to really think that he was wrong because the orders were flowing, he was surrounded by customers, and the company was growing very, very quickly. But when the buyers opened the book, the valuation came in just at $4.8 million. So why was that? It's because there was no protection for the intellectual property. There was no leadership depth. Effectively, everything depended on the founder. And there was not really any strategy to go global. So effectively, when investors buy your business, they don't value revenue effectively. They will value what is a transferable valuation. The transferable valuation clearly depends on these three main pillars of the high valuation triangle. So, and this experience really changed me. Now, since then, I spent about 20 years as a CFO, raising about $500 million in funding for businesses. And currently, I'm running a book of $480 million in acquisition. So let me tell you more about this high valuation triangle, because what I found was that when founders follow this strategy, they are chased by investors. And they scale very well. But those that do not follow this strategy, unfortunately, they get ignored. They are what we call invisible. So what are these three pillars of the high valuation triangle? Number one, intellectual property monetization. Now think about this. Disney, as we said before, makes more money with characters, with Mickey Mouse, than it does from movies. So Netflix does the same with its own production. So what we are able to say is that if you can actually sell your know-how, you can create intellectual property out of your know-how, you'll be successful because you will create what we call your moat. And you need to profit and protect effectively. So you need to do both things at the same time. Number two, succession planning. As we said before, investors do not buy your revenue. They buy, and they don't even buy personalities. They buy engines that create value forever, for the future as well. Third thing is global. In order to achieve a high valuation, you also need to think about how to sell in new markets. And what happens in most cases is when you sell in global markets, you tend to go back to intellectual property monetization. So this is the high valuation triangle. And this is what really led me to create the High Valuation Code. The High Valuation Code is a premium newsletter and founder community where I share the exact strategies I've used in the boardroom to multiply valuations. Now, for just $19.95 a month, you will get weekly premium editions with the investor-ready strategies, The Failed People Scale Toolkit that comes from my upcoming book, which is Failed People Scales, deep dives on the high valuation triangle, a private founder community, live monthly Q&As with me, an investor readiness scorecard, 1,040 points investors use to judge your company. Plus today, I'm including $1,085 in bonuses free, including a full training video from my 20 video course. But enrollment is limited to 25 new founders each month, and doors close on the 7th. So here is the choice: keep hustling for revenues or step inside the High Valuation Code today for less than a breakfast a month. Click below and join now. I'll see you inside.